This is a FRAC wiring harness from autoharnesshouse.com to add a front parking aid camera and have it show up on the stock screen or radio. Basically, you unplug 3 plugs from the radio and plug these in. Then you plug those that you unplugged from the radio into this end of the harness. And this is the switch that controls auto front or back camera. And this is where you plug in the aftermarket camera. And this one little single red wire is the power wire to the camera. Pretty straightforward. Beats trying to open up the factory harness and deciding which wire you need to tap. Although now with this on hand, it'd be easy enough to do. Hopefully I can open up the dash, plug this in, and everything will be beautiful. Okay, I've got the radio out, pull the vents off, and there's 4 screws. Pull the radio out. But to get the radio out far enough to get to the plugs in the back, there's this wire on the top. And I couldn't get the clip loose. Squeeze these 2 little barbs and push this through, and then I could manipulate this to get this unplugged. It's the only way I could get the radio out far enough to get to the plugs. The 3 plugs that we're accessing on the radio are on the very bottom. 1, 2 you don't pull out, you don't need to. 3rd one is the one you unplug, and 5 would be the 6th one, but it's the farthest one to the other side. It's this little one. And I was looking at the nail ends of these plugs to identify that there's only in the radio. So hopefully it's just now plugging the harness into the radio and then plugging those back into the new harness. I've got no way to support this camera while I'm doing this, so I'm not going to be a whole lot of help other than unplugging this top one so you can get the radio out. All of these have little clips you push in the center and they release. Okay, got one plugged in, and the other end will plug into the radio. This is the end that was plugged into the radio. It will plug into this now. And no, I'm not doing all this one-handed. I'll plug this into there and then plug the other end into the radio. And do that with the 3 parts of the harness. Okay, we got everything plugged in. I want to see if the factory radio still works. And it does. Okay. Huh. That's front camera. Camera not active. I have no idea what that's about. I did notice the instructions say red wire to the center, white wire to the, what would be left here, and the blue wire to the right. That's the way it came. So these 2 are reversed according to the instructions. So, okay, we've got the harness wired per the instruction to the switch. Let's see what happens. There's reverse, no camera. And we have nothing. So I have no reverse, no backup camera, regardless of where the switch is at. So something's wrong. Let's pause and check it out. It's in. Unfortunately, there's an issue with my FRAC board. The relay inside of it isn't switching the front camera off when you go into reverse, and that's a relay function.